Would you say that Christian monasticism starts with Christ? Would you say that's the starting point, is like Christ going into the desert, or does it start somewhere else?
Well, there are examples of monastic lifestyles in the Old
Mhm.
Testament. So Elijah and a lot of the old John the Baptist, for example, he lived in the wilderness.
Right.
They're examples, and they lived. And Moses, they lived 40 days and 40 nights as well in the desert and so on. But I think for Christians, it's all like everything else. It's Christ centered. Like the Bible is Christ is the center, and everything else works up to Christ story.
Yeah.
Um, it's not chronologically where it comes from Adam to Jesus, then everything else come to Jesus. Like in the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then when do we see in history, is there a point, has Christian monasticism always been around, or is there a point where maybe members of the church said like, this is needed, maybe this is a practice that was like forgotten and we should bring it back, or has it always
Mhm.
been around?
Obviously, the life of asceticism, the life of asceticism means like exercising, like fasting and prayer and things like that, like these practices.
Mhm.
So these exercises are not new to Christianity, but from day one. So we know, for example, from some unverified sources that Saint Mary, for example, after the death of Jesus, she lived herself, that life of celibacy, and she's living on her own, praying. She didn't have a lot to do with in terms of evangelism and going out like the apostles did. She mainly stayed, like Saint John stayed with her, and she attracted a lot of young girls around her to live that life with her. Again, this is unverified sort of like sources like that to speak about this, but I don't see why not. I mean, this is not something that the church invented later on.
Mhm.
Um, but because we even see in the 200s and the 100s and 200s people that lived that lifestyle, like
Yeah.
some of the church fathers who lived not necessarily in the desert, but in a community where they lived celibate. They didn't get married, and they dedicated their life for Christ. But it's
Yeah.
only until the late 200s that we see some like a young man, Anthony. He is
That
he
be
is
Anthony the Great?
Anthony the Great, Anthony of Egypt. Is yeah, but some people So he's the one that first started the monastic life in the world, basically in Christianity, as a formal way of life. Basically, he was a young man, 16, 18 years old. His parents died. Both his parents died. His parents were rich, had rich parents. They left him a lot of inheritance, about 300 acres of fertile land in Egypt. And as soon as they died, if you imagine a young guy with all this money, the one thing he's going to be thinking about is how do I spend this money? Like how do I
Yeah.
enjoy myself? But that's not what he was thinking about. What he was thinking about was how do I become like the apostles? He was pondering all the time about how the apostles left everything and followed Jesus, and that was for him. That was like wow, like he was so mesmerized with their the fact that they left everything and followed Jesus, and this is what he wanted to do. He always it's always in his mind,
Yeah.
and he went to church one day and he heard the gospel reading while this is in his mind. Heard the gospel reading like in a church, like usually the deacon comes out and reads the gospel,
Mhm.
and it said, if you want to be perfect, go sell all you have and come and follow me, from the gospels.
Mhm.
And so that was okay. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I want to do. So he went, sold everything he had. He had a sister who was his sister. She was younger than him. He they took her to. She wanted also to live that same lifestyle, so she went to a house for virgins, and she lived there for a while.
Mhm.
And he decided to start living that monastic life. That's how it basically started up. By that young man, 16, 18-year-old, just decided to follow Christ wherever he wants him to, and that's where it took him.
Wow, that's inspiring, because I don't know if I would have done that if I had all that money come to
With
me.
all that money.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why they call him the Great. At least in the West, that's what we call him.
True. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's true. It's not imagine, like I said, because it's young. Like usually, sometimes when we think of holiness and things like that, we think of old people, experienced people. But like this guy was 16, 18-year-old, and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was very inspiring.